So here we have a little queen bug that is surrounded by all this food, but she has no way of getting the food, so let's just help her out a bit by chucking a blueberry from each of the bushes. And there's one down here, so let's just get that. So that leaves her with 15 food, and we can use 3 of it to spawn some larvae. And they are all just hanging out around the queen, but now that we have them, we've unlocked a burrow, which we need a little more food for, so let's just change the view a bit. And sure enough, there is more bushes, but they all go away once they're harvested, so we gotta make sure that we get some more food out there, which is what the burrow's gonna be good for, because it can spawn foragers all the way over here. So if we look at the burrow, we can hatch a forager, which are gonna go out and find some more bushes. And sure enough, they found some. And we can also upgrade the foragers to maybe find some bigger bushes as soon as we get a few more berries. So we can go ahead and do that. So each of the bushes should have 4 pieces of fruit. 4 little blueberries for a little queen. And this is just the start of the colony. It also looks like they're getting a little bit of intelligence there, but it's quickly going away. But sure enough, here's the bushes with 4 berries on them. Although we can still find some more, and there's plenty more over here. And thankfully, our yeet abilities are incredibly strong right now, which is good because the next building requires 50 fruit. We could give the forager some multitasking though. Let them keep track of multiple bushes, so this way we can harvest what they have found and then keep finding more. But now we're at 50 food. So now our queen can go ahead and build a dormitory for the haulers, which it actually looks like a proper building. And then the forager's just stuck with a little old tree stump, but we can go ahead and hatch a couple of haulers there, so when they find the bushes, they can actually bring fruit back to the queen, although they're going pretty far out there. But look at them go. Now our colony is starting to be self-sustaining, and thankfully there's plenty of bushes around the queen, so they don't have to travel too far, but sometimes they just are feeling ambitious. Well, let's just finish off that bush so he doesn't have to go back there, and then maybe spawn some more larvae so we can get some more foragers and more haulers, which there is a lot of fruit to haul, so maybe the next batch of larvae can become entirely haulers. So while it is self-sustaining, we do have to help it out a little bit, but let's just let the foragers find bigger bushes and then maybe upgrade the haulers to have a little more speed. This is starting to look pretty good. Our food rate is going up, 47 food per minute, and now our haulers can carry additional food. So they go out to the bush, grab 2 of them, and then they head on back. Very good. And our foragers are doing really good at finding bushes. So let's just get 3 more larvae and then 3 more haulers. Thankfully, we don't need too many foragers to keep up with the food demand, which means that we can start to save some food for this evolution chamber here, where higher complexity upgrades and buildings may be unlocked. But there's also a lucky spot. One bush may hide another, 10% chance to discover an extra bush. Sure, all this will be good in the long run, but spawning the larva is starting to get more expensive. The cost of larva scales exponentially. That is gonna be gross real quick. But let's get some more, and then a couple more haulers, so we have almost 10 haulers. But with all of our colony working together, our queen is being fed a very gracious amount. So our money rate is approaching 100 per minute. And so is our total food. So now we could give the foragers acute senses where they discover bushes a second faster, but I don't really think they need it. There's 100 food halfway to the evolution chamber. But why don't we go ahead and give our haulers a little more speed and maybe some more strength so they can carry 3 at a time. And oh my goodness, that cost went up so much. Now it costs 400 food to upgrade their strength, but these little guys are doing very good. And I don't know if it means anything, but all the foragers are not straying very far from their stump home, but we just got back to 100 food very quickly. So we're getting quite a bit of smarts there, but also some DNA points. How many wrinkles is our colony gonna get? Okay, it looks like our foraging abilities might be hitting a bit of a bottleneck now. So now we could definitely give them acute senses this time, and then we might have to spawn more larvae to make more foragers. And some bigger bushes too, because that's pretty cheap. So now each bush should have, how many is this, 8 pieces of fruit? I think that's pretty good. Enough for a couple trips by the haulers. And also there's still bushes way out here that just spawn on their own, which is good. And if you're wondering why the cursor was upside down, it's because OBS was having a time with this game. Oh, the joys of indie games. But thanks to that troubleshooting, it gave us enough time to get to 200 food, so now we can actually get the evolution chamber. But we still need a larva for that. All right, fine. We can still do that and get one. So, oh, that's just straight up a brain. I see. That is not what I was expecting. But now there's a farm, a den, an orchard, and a trap factory. Make some real trap beats. And there's also new upgrades in the haulers category. Opportunism grants the option to change the priority of units delivering food to prioritizing the food source closest to them. Oh, that would really be a huge help. But also, how do we do things here? Maybe we don't, but we do have enough now to get the farm. Hatch a milkmaid to milk domesticated aphids. This is starting to get interesting. Oh, look at that. They actually invented clothes at the same time. And there's aphids. Aw, squishy little aphids. So we get, oh my gosh. Very squishy. What are you doing? Oh, they're fine. Just jumping on the aphids to harvest them? Oh my goodness. We can actually get more aphids. Oh, and check it out. They're actually bringing back the food to the queen, which is worth 5. Okay, colony advancing very quickly in very weird directions. Like, how is there just all of a sudden a brain? Well, in any case, we could definitely use some more aphids. So once that food is delivered, we can get one more there. The barn can hold 100 food from this, which it looks like our haulers are doing good at checking in occasionally. And look at all these bushes over here. Our foragers are doing amazing. So now the next evolution chamber is a den. Unlocking throwers. Okay, so the haulers don't have to walk back and forth so much. I would like to hatch more farmers, but that costs so much food. Well, thankfully it doesn't take too long to get to 400 food, so now there's 2 farmers. Oh, look at this guy. How long before he starts jumping on aphids? Oh, it just increased their production amount. Just him being there is letting the aphids be like, you know what? Being jumped on over and over again isn't so bad after all. But then that cost immediately jumps to 1,000, goodness. And now the haulers are not visiting the farm enough to keep up with the production. So soon would be a good time to get that opportunism. So hopefully the barn becomes the closest food source for some of them. Oh, but there we go. Now there's 2 of them for a little bit. And then they're immediately like, you know what? This bush sounds like fun. At least we get a nice amount of production from the aphids. And now we can get some opportunism. So instead of random, it's closest. That should help sort through some of these things. Although sadly, most of them were over by the bushes. But hey, there's 2 of them going to the farm. A lot of them going to the farm, in fact. Oh, there we go. Now that's a huge boost of production. Over 400 food per minute. A little bit more. Yes, we can get the den. Oh, we need larva, which cost 77 that time. But now there's a den, which is just a big old gaping maw, just like, oh. But we can hatch a couple of throwers there. Ooh, chunky boys. And wow, they can actually hold quite a few of them. Oh, and they also get the priorities. You know what, make it closest. Stop wandering. Or are they going to the farm? I think they're going to the farm. We might need a few more aphids to keep up with this, or can we just hire another milkmaid? That would work so much better, I feel like. Oh, they're actually just passing by the farm entirely, I guess because they ran out of food. Well, at least it seems like they're doing good. And now we can get more aphids. Only 1 more aphid though. And if we get up to 1,000, there's these fire aphids, which produce hot sauce. There's the queen like a little bit of spice with her berries and aphid goop. Oh wait, and these guys go to sleep occasionally? Oh yeah, there it is. He's just like, you know what? Here's a really good spot for a nap. A little more endurance there. Keep up the pace and throw a little bit faster too. Which, look at the distance they're throwing. Get these guys in the Olympics. I'm pretty sure this didn't happen this go around, but maybe they can just, you know, ski down a hill really fast and give him a gun. Oh, and we've actually approached the amount needed for an orchard. But of course we need a little bit more larvae there so we can hire an orchard, and there it is, looking like a weird oddish, a very odd looking oddish. But now we can plant a tree which grows apples worth 20 food. Oh, and we found llama bugs. How does this work? So the apples grow, and then what? Oh, they jump. Oh, and it just delivers the apples straight to the thing. And these upgrades are actually pretty cheap right now. Prolificity, trees grow an additional fruit, that would be good. Fertility, fruit grows faster, very good. Yummy apples, apples gain +3 food. So now each apple is worth 23 food. Oh, and there's a blessing, worth 777 food. All apples gain 1% chance to be golden apples, gaining 10 times the food value. And arborists throw golden apples directly to their destination. Does that mean the queen? I think that might mean the queen. How's our queen doing, by the way? Still looking the same? And there's also only 1 more facility in the evolution chamber to unlock trappers, which actually go out on hunt things. Wow. Oh, and there's new things in the forager's burrow. Wild apples may now forage for apples instead, which is 5 times slower. But that costs 15,000 food to get. Well, we are at 1,000 food. Oh, and there's the apples, because the throwers went directly to there. Amazing. But here, blessing. So now apples have a 1% chance to be golden. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Brain blast. Our queen leveled up and created a brain point. Where is that going? The brain is moving. Why is the brain moving? Brain just crawled out of the skull. It's like, I'm free. It's going to the brain over here. Whoa, yeah, the brain just got bigger. And there's even more upgrades that unlocked. Royal jelly? Spawn 8 larvae instantly and another 2 every time the queen levels up. Each of these got brain blast abilities. When throwing apples, throwers have a 3% chance to turn into a golden apple. Lucky combo. Bonus berry bushes may also hide another recursively. Oh, wow. Forager can just stumble along on its little pincer leg things and be like, oh, I found a bush. Oh, I found a bush. Oh, I found a bush. And it just goes on and on and on, like the Matrix. Bonus bushes discovered in a combo may go past the multitasking limit. That is amazing. But we're also getting DNA points out of this. Oh, and there was a golden apple. Oh, wow. There was 10 of them. Well, when did that happen? And what do we got here? Stomp? So the arborist can stomp the fruit all the way to the queen. Double glaze? Produce twice as much honeydew. And what do the haulers get? Hot potato? Haulers delivering hot sauce? Haulers delivering hot sauce and hot peppers gain movement speed. Interesting. I'm not sure which one is good. I feel like the lucky combo would just be hilarious to get. So let's put the brain matter there. Oh, and there's a new one that unlocked. No ceiling. Increases maximum lucky combo by 1. Well, sure, just upgrade that a whole bunch. And there's Rainbow Road unlocked. Whenever foragers reach a lucky combo of 3 or more, all the bushes discovered are automatically sent to their destination. That would be cool to see. But we can also afford some fire aphids, and we can tell a farm to turn the aphids into hot sauce aphids. So now the queen is just being fed hot sauce, which is only worth 1 food and 2 fire. So are we dealing damage over time to the queen, but it's food over time? Is the spice lingering? Every second, 10% of current heat stacks are consumed and converted into bonus, which also prevents the application of cold, but we don't have any cold yet. So I don't think we gotta worry about it. But if we want the lucky combo to happen, then we definitely need more lucky spot upgrades here. And also, what does it look like when a lucky spot happens? Whoa, I think that's what happens. Just all of them instantly at once because they have a 30% chance to discover them. That's really good then. Maybe some multitasking upgrades as well, so they can discover 3 and then move on. Oh, there's the bonus. Increases the value of all foods consumed by 1 or 2, and that's because of the heat. So give the queen all the spice. And maybe we spawn some more larvas and then get some more throwers out there. And can we get some more? We can get more trees. That would be good. And then make all of them grow faster. Oh no, looks like they all grow at the same time. Our colony has expanded really quickly, and our queen does keep getting more DNA points. And it looks like apples might be the biggest contributor there, which is all well and good. And it looks like we are gonna get our DNA point before the next brain point. And our food rate is just amazing right now, 1,500 per minute. And now that we're up to 3,000 food, we can give our throwers unclogging so they can prioritize the largest available food source. I think that's gonna help. So I just target the biggest bushes and then just start eating fruit from there. And they can actually harvest the whole bush that way. Oh, and the haulers can also target the largest food source. I think they're good just getting the closest. Oh, I didn't realize there's a new building in the evolution chamber. The Cuisine combines select foods into delicious treats. That would have been amazing, but that also costs 500,000 food. So it wouldn't have mattered. But at least now we have enough food to get the trap factory in maybe a moment. Come on, roll over. There it is. 2,000. Now we have a trap factory, which is literally just a factory. When did our little colony get so industrial? They grow so fast. But yes, a trapper. So, oh, wait. It's literally a flying thing is hauling like a bear trap. Aerodynamics gain improved flying capabilities. Okay, I could definitely see that this is needed. Reducing total time between each trap placement by 5 seconds. And then tenderizer, improved value of meatballs. These are worth 40 by default? Absolutely, yes. Well, there's one bear trap, but why don't we just spawn some larvae there? Oh, we actually didn't have enough that time because it's an evil amount that we need. Oh, now the hauler's going to the apple farm. This is gonna be good. But the hauler's also got a new upgrade here. Grants the option to change your priority to prioritizing the food source with the smallest capacity. Interesting. Okay, but now we have a lot of food, so time for a couple larvae. So we can get 5 trappers, hatch a BGH, a big game hunter. Oh! Oh, we just saw something get trapped. Wow, that just happened. But also, why are they not trapping anymore? Clean cut. Traps now yield 2 meatballs. Interesting. I guess they just really take their time in getting the next trap out there. Definitely need some better aerodynamics that way then. And we do have enough larvae left over to get a 3rd apple farm, because I think apples are still giving the most. Oh, ice berries. That's a new one. But there's also hot peppers that we can grow. Okay, now our trapping production is in full swing, and there's a lot of weird capybara looking bugs just wandering into the trap and then yoink. Oh, wait, the meatballs actually expire. So we need things going that way. So our hauler should start going to random ones. And then immediately one goes out to get the meatball, but hopefully he can make it in time. Oh, he actually made it in time. Hope the queen likes a mushy meatball. But that is worth 50 food. That is looking much better. Also, my goodness, there's so many berry bushes over here. Salted edge extends meatball lifetime before rotting. That would be really good, actually, because a lot of these are just expiring so fast. Actually, would that be a case for the smallest food source? Because these are just things on the ground, so I think that would count as being the smallest. Also, it is just amazing how much contribution is coming just from the heat, but it also makes me wonder what that cold is about. Every second consume 10 stacks of coal to increase the multiplier by 4 or 0.4, and it activates upon reaching 50 stacks, so that would be up to a multiplier of 2. I think that's better than just flat food gain, so the ice berries might actually be the way to go here. But also, oh my gosh, these things are slow. If the threshold is reducing it by 5 seconds, this is really taking a long time. Look at how slow they're flying. But now we can actually get enough for the cleanup, so why don't we try that, and that might get more haulers going towards the trapping area. Not that there's a lot of, you know, trapped foods out there yet. They just happen to wander in from all over the place. But sure enough, as soon as one is made, there's a hauler going out that way. And that's really causing the meatballs to just really climb the leaderboards in the food production. Oh, and there's another golden apple. I missed it. But we are making really good progress towards gaining another DNA point. Although now it's starting to wane a bit. Is that based on the food production rate? I think that's based on the food production rate. So we need to get even better food rates to get the DNA point. Oh, I just realized our apples actually have really nice contribution there for a little bit. And if the apples weren't doing the most right now, I would say that we could change them to be hot pepper trees instead. Okay, I think we definitely need more throwers to keep up with the large amount of bushes that are happening, so let's hire 2 more of those. And then probably give them even more movement speed and endurance, so I can throw even more of this food before taking a break. Okay, our food production is picking up now that there's even more food being thrown here, but the berries do not give that much. And all we can do is just have the bushes give more fruit, not have the berries be worth more food. We can start growing hot peppers, but I think the play is to save up until we get the ice berries, because multipliers are always better than a flat amount. But we can also just have them grow additional fruit so that the throwers get even more to work with, and that gives more chance of one of them being a golden apple, and maybe just a big old fertility boost so we can get even more apples produced. So hopefully with the rate this is going, there's always going to be a thrower coming this way towards the apple farm. And sure enough, there's the next one. Now, is he just gonna throw a stack, or is he just gonna throw these and then move on to somewhere else? It looks like he's sticking around. Well, maybe not, but there's the next one already. And occasionally the haulers help out too, because this is somehow the smallest. I guess when the throwers are done with it. Oh, and there's actually 2 of them taking a nap there. Our food rate is still hovering around 2,000 a minute. Oh, there's a golden apple right there on the tree. And then when they stop, it gets delivered directly to the queen. Oh, that was beautiful. We're 231. Imagine that with the multiplier. Oh, wait, we just got a DNA point. What? Oh, because the apple pushed it over the edge. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't even know what happened to it. I don't think anything really showed for it, but we got DNA now. Maybe spent in the genetics panel to unlock new specializations for the colony, reach higher levels of feeding rate to evolve the species further and unlock additional DNA. Knew that. And we have to start a new colony to spend these. Oh, I see. But now our brain production rate is starting to look good. So is this based off the overall food? Brain matter, unique and mysterious substance born from the queen's impressive growth. So that's also affected by the feeding rate. Well, once we get the ice thing going, then that should boost our production rate even further. And hopefully we can get some ice aphids. And now because there's so many apples, they are just reigning supreme on the contribution rate. And now we're at 9,000 food. So now we can get ice berries. Well, let's dial back the aphids to honeydew so the heat can go away. And then we change the trees to ice berries. So sure enough, there goes ice berries. And there's still a little bit of heat left over, so we have to wait for that to go away before the cold can take effect, I think. But somehow it is still taking effect. Oh wait, there's a multiplier. Times 1.4. Gotta keep it going. Activates upon 50 stacks, so we definitely need way more food going to the queen to keep that production rate up. But also, wow, our food production got cut because there's no more apples going in. Yikes. And it's also because the ice berries aren't even worth that much. So that 1.4 times is not happening as often as I thought it would. But there it is again. And then once that happens, we do get some higher values of food, but the berries don't do too much. And then just like that, the multiplier is gone. So here, let's spawn a couple more larvae and then get a third tree in here. 3 trees producing ice berries should keep up with the rate because that is 15 berries going in. And it's too bad we can't make our throwers stronger so they throw more food at a time. But if we can just get the multiplier happening again, I feel like this would do really good for our food production as long as it can just stay steady. But if the top contributor is the blueberries, then that is not a good sign. This also eliminates the chance of golden apples, which is not great. And is that really the only upgrade for the ice berries, is just unlocking them? Maybe what we gotta do is improve the hauler's movement speed so they can just bank a whole bunch more food when the multiplier is actually in effect. I mean, there's enough blueberry bushes that it should pan out good that way. Plus, it lets them get out to the desert and bring back some meatballs way sooner. And wow, that was just a steady flow of ice berries for a little bit there. There's a multiplier. Time to bank a lot of food right now, but that wow, that really did not do much for our food rate. It's still not even any ice aphids. That's what I was hoping for. Well, I guess we can comfortably hire more aphids. Too bad we can't hire more milkmaids, but we can also hire a farmer, so there's even more aphid production. If there was another way of producing ice berries, I feel like we could get this to work, but right now we just don't have the facilities for it because when the apples are not giving anything, everything hurts. Ooh, but now there's enough ice berries that 3 throwers are going over there. So this might do some good. Really wish we could see how many stacks of cold there were. Oh wait, cold affinity. Increase the multiplier by 0.1. So now it's at 0.5. Okay, it's starting to go in a good direction here. So with a better multiplier, we are getting up to 2,000 food per minute again. And we can also increase the amount that the meatballs give by 10. So now there were 70, which should also be really good once the multiplier kicks in. Hopefully it does before this next one so we can see it. Not quite. We also need just these food things to move quicker. Hurry up. Also just all of them hurry up. Oh my gosh, why are you so slow? There we go. Now that's some speed, but can you please just throw the trap down close? The food will get over here, I promise. Okay, looking good. Starting to see some food rate above 2,000 per minute, but surprisingly now, the biggest contributor is the honeydew. And oh wow, things really fell off a cliff really fast with that food rate. Oh no wonder, it takes a minute for the food to get trapped. So it's like we get a big surge of food every minute, but it's not really a regular pace. I guess we could have the foragers forage for apples instead. It's slower, but at least that would give apples again. And do the apple trees also give chance for lucky combos? Okay, the ice berries are contributing quite a bit. The honeydew and the meatballs, not as much. Actually, the honeydew's doing the most still. It would be really nice if there was like a, I don't know, a food shelf or something for the meatballs to be stored on, so the throwers could actually just throw a whole bunch at once, but we don't get that. Instead, what we do get is wild apples. Now we're talking, so the foragers can go out and find some apple trees. Hopefully they do it relatively quickly, even though it is 5 times slower, but there is so many of them that hopefully there's a lot of apple trees. And we can also just make them discover things faster. I hope that correlates here. But there go all the berry bushes bushes, which leaves a lot of our colony with nothing to do. Come on, foragers, I believe in you. Find some apple trees. Or also call one of you Johnny, and then you can just go out and plant a whole bunch of apple seeds. Oh, there's apple bushes. And it looks like some of them did get hit by the combo. But then, of course, all of them are gonna go in all at once. And sadly, not while the multiplier's happening. Oh, there's a multiplier, and there go a whole bunch of haulers. Hurry up and get there. Hurry up and get there. There we go. That is, whoa, that's really boosting the rate. 3,000 per minute. And that still is just barely moving the brain point. Oh my goodness. At least it's going up. Do we just have to hold it steady? We need more fruit going in. Yes, more multipliers. And now the throwers are going in. Beautiful. So now if we come over here and upgrade the apples a whole bunch, then that's even more food that they're worth. 44 food. And then it goes quiet. But we got up to 4,000 food a minute. Oh, and there's more apple bushes very quickly. Do these get the chance of having a golden apple? All apples gain 1% chance, which is good. And thankfully, yes, they are getting the 44. 5,000 per minute. Now we're talking. The brain matter is filling up here. And just so quickly, the apples dominate. The apples are amazing. And not just for keeping doctors away. Oh, but why is the thrower going out and getting the meatball? Why? I mean, sure, get it all the way to the queen from there. That works. But you have better things you could be focusing on, my guy. Is there really all that nothing to do? At least we're getting plenty of apple bushes here. And if we keep boosting the lucky and the acute, then that should be more apple bushes being discovered sooner. It's slowly coming back from the brink. We're getting 66 apples on the multiplier. The brain gets a big old boost. We just need that multiplier and the apples happening more often. Mostly the apples. There's not enough apples, and why are you going towards a thing? I have you targeting the largest. There's no way the meatballs all the way out there are the largest source. I guess one way we could get more bushes is hatching more foragers, which is still kind of doable. So now we have 10 foragers going out there discovering apples. And multitasking? They're not really hitting their multitasking limit, so we don't gotta worry about this. We could definitely have them find even bigger bushes because that actually scaled really slowly. Oh, now we're up to 7,000 food a minute, 8,000 food a minute. Wow. And look at how full those bushes are. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Multiplier's active. Keep it coming. We're almost at 10,000 a minute. I'm pretty sure that's when the brain point kicks in. Oh, we were so close, but we're still at 9,000 a minute. Can we upgrade the apples even further? Yes, we can. Oh, we actually maxed them out. So apples are worth 50 now before the multiplier. But with it, they're worth 75. Come on, get to 10,000 a minute. Yes, 10,000 a minute. Queen is leveling up again. Whoa, a slight size increase. I see, but that is another brain point. Now our food production is looking beautiful for our queen here. Our beautiful, perfect, and fabulous queen. Absolutely fabulous. But sadly, it doesn't look like any of these apples got to be golden, which is really disappointing considering how many there are. Also love that our entire food operation is devoted to making the apples boost as insanely as possible. We're up to 15,000 a minute. We're gonna get a second DNA point here in a little bit. And we also can make the foragers even faster now that we have 21,000 food. But now that we have another brain point, let's get more larvae. Maybe devote 2 more to be foragers, and then we save the last one for this cuisine here. I really want to see what this is, because if we can get better foods here with the multiplier, that's gonna be an insane food rate. And also our food rate just keeps going up. We're nearing 20,000 food a minute, which I'm pretty sure is where the next DNA point's gonna kick in. Oh, sure enough it did. Beautiful, 2 DNA points for when we refresh things, which is really gonna hurt to do, but I really hope the DNA rewards are worth it. Well, we are at 100,000 food. Not really sure where we can improve production to make the food increase even faster, aside from, you know, more apples, but the apple production is actually looking really good right now. Whoa, hold on. That's a bush entirely of golden apples. I was expecting just one bush to be, or one apple on a bush to be golden, not the entire thing. No wonder we haven't seen a golden apple from this yet. It's just waiting for the entire bush to be that way. And it looks like a thrower's heading right over there. I really hope this times up with a combo. All right, the thrower is there, but I don't think the combo's kicking in, but that is still just an insane boost of production there. 21,000 food a minute? 22,000. And that got the DNA to halfway. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Do that more often. I guess one thing we can do is increase the lucky combo ceiling by 1 a couple of times. Is there a limit to this, or is there a limit to lucky spot? Okay, there's a limit. A 70% chance to discover an extra bush. That's really gonna help the food production, and hopefully discover even more golden bushes, because that was amazing. Oh, there's another golden bush hiding behind all the other apple bushes, and it looks like our little foragers are hitting their multitasking limit. Look at how chill they're being right now. Unacceptable. More multitasking. Oh, and that's the limit. And wow, look at all these apple bushes up here. This is a steady flow of apples right now, and there's even more of them. Oh yes, this queen is eating so good. But that also means our haulers and everything have a lot more to go through before they get to the golden bush. Oh my goodness, and there's even more. Just crowded right around here. What are these foragers doing? I love it, keep it up. Oh, there's the golden apples. They were boosted for a little bit, 750 for each one. And in no time at all, the next golden apple bush is ready. But I feel like we gotta reorient our production here. The food is good. The meatballs are okay, but they're just nothing right now. I think we can let this production sit. We need the haulers getting the largest, because I think that's gonna mean the apples or the iceberry production. And that's gonna help out the throwers. Oh yeah, sure enough, that one grabbed some of the golden apples. But we can also upgrade their strength until it's maxed out, so they can hold 6 fruit at a time, and then spend a little bit more so we just get past that ugly number. So they have maximum speed too. I guess we could wait until the multiplier kicks in and then throw in the golden apples ourselves. Here comes another delivery of those. And there it is. Throw in the golden apples, even more 750s, almost 40,000 a minute. That's really close to another DNA point already. But this also means that there's a lot of apple bushes that are just not really being sorted out, because they're dropped down to 1, which means they're no longer the biggest. So we can just thin those out ourselves and let our foragers discover even more apple bushes, which hopefully they do really soon. Oh, and then they just immediately get gobbled up. Wow. Also, I still don't know why the throwers are going out there. Okay, there's quite a few apple bushes being discovered now, all at once. Sure enough, maybe we should just set the throwers to be random for right now, or maybe just the closest. Probably the closest. That's getting quite a few of them out there, but man, our food production really dropped. So when there's no more apple bushes, it really just bottlenecks, which apple bushes is just a weird thing to think about anyway. Oh yes, another golden apple bush. It's probably gonna be attacked viciously, but hopefully we can time it with another multiplier boost. There it is. All of them at once. Oh yes, big boost. Hey, if we're waiting all this time for 500,000 food, gotta get those little moments when you can. Okay, the food rate is actually increasing really well on its own. We're at 43,000. Just shy of the next DNA point, which I'm pretty sure is 45,000. Oh, but it's still going, it's still going. We need just like another golden apple bush, and then I'm pretty sure we have it. At least the multiplier keeps it up pretty nice and steady, and we're nearing 300,000 now. And sadly, all of these flyers out here are just not seeing the fruits of their labor fulfilled, because there's so many meatballs just left out here to die and rot. And it's actually gotten to the point where sometimes the meatball just disappears from the food rate, but then it comes back occasionally because there's one little hauler that makes that journey. Oh, more golden apples. But sadly, the food rate already dropped so low that it's below 40,000 that we're still not quite getting to that next DNA point. But I do love seeing the foragers just find so many bushes at once. Oh, 44. Oh, we're right there. We're right there. 45,000. Oh, that wasn't it? I thought that would be it, but we didn't get the next DNA point. Oh, man. Just gotta get the rate up before the multiplier hits, although it's not really happening that much. And they found the golden apples. There we go. We're getting close. Just one more multiplier boost, and that should get us to 500,000 for the cuisine. Or we don't even need it. 500,000. All that time, and then we get one last brain blast to hatch a chef with a big old pot and a fancy little mustache. So now we can unlock different foods to get. Combining meatballs to create brochettes. One of these is worth 10 of those, which is worth 700 food. Wow. And then another brain blast to get us cordon bleu. Multiple recipes. Oh, sweet. Or we combine apples and honeydew to create pomme d'amour. Just a honeyed apple, basically, which can be worth 1,500 with golden apples. We can definitely get the meatballs one, so we can actually get some use out of there. Now, hopefully there's someone that actually brings him the ingredients. Wait, the foragers have something new? Sour factor? Aw, not available in the demo. Did anyone else get anything new? Can the haulers help the chef? No one's really helping him. Maybe we have to set the haulers to random now, so they at least get a little bit of chance to help him. And sure enough, one goes out there immediately. And check it out, they're bringing him right to the sous chef. Now we're gonna have some steady rate there. And then he stirs it up a little bit, and there's a thingy available, a brochette. No idea if that's what it's called, but now someone needs to bring it from there to the thing. But that random do be random, and no one's bringing it there. But also the sous chef just triples production speed? That is insane. Why don't we go ahead and afford some of these so we can do that? And there's a little sous chef. There's also pomme d'amour that we could unlock that might work better because the apple rate is good, and so is the honeydew rate, which one of those is worth 3 apples. So if we can make enough of that, that might be better. I still don't understand why no one's bringing the brochettes over to the queen, but I guess we can increase the multiplier for cold a little bit. Kind of wish I saw that we could afford that sooner. That didn't increase as much as I thought it did. Also, they make those brochettes like instantly, which honestly just look like little meat skewers. Oh, whoa, wait. That all just got delivered all at once. Is that what it was? So it just auto delivers them when there's enough? Well, that was good. That was 700 there for all of them. If only that could time up with all of these going in. But maybe pomme d'amour would be better. So let's start that production. Queen's gonna lose a little bit of the apples here pretty quick, but oh, the throwers are actually delivering the honeydew straight to the pot, which is good. There's plenty of them there. Now, when does all of this get delivered? Because there is certainly a lot of them piling up very quickly. No golden apples, unfortunately. Unless they're chilling out here, but they're not. And that's a full pot of the pums. Oh, now they're brought to the queen, and the throwers are delivering them too. Oh, and the multiplier might kick in here. Kinda, maybe, hopefully. There's a lot being delivered here, but the multiplier really didn't kick in. There it is, finally, 255 for all those things. So that's kind of good. I think what we need now is more aphids, which certainly is boosting their production rate, just because there's more for the milkmaid to hop between. And we can also hatch a farmer, so there's even more of those. And another one, sure. So hopefully this Palma stack of apples stays constantly topped up, so there's always stuff being thrown in there. So now the queen is just getting really bountiful fillings of these special apples. He's like, I'm pretty sure they're honeyed apples. And also some are just being brought to the queen directly because there's actually more apples waiting in the pot than there can actually be held, and that is amazing. Just need more multipliers going in, very good. But sadly the apples didn't time out well. The honeyed apples anyway. But surprisingly, the apple contribution and the pomme d'amour contribution is looking, well, it was looking pretty even. But now there's just so many of these going in. All of the throwers are ganged up right here to get through all of it. There is so many being made. Wow. Are the throwers still set for the largest? They are. I think we need to increase their movement speed and maybe their endurance too, just so they can get to all their locations faster and then throw more when they get there, because there's a lot to go through. But now the chef is just not running out of ingredients at all. Look at him raising his arms in the air. He's like, hey, food. And with the way this is going, if this keeps up, we might get to yet another brain point and DNA point. I'm hoping for, oh, we actually did get the third one. Awesome. I don't know if I saw that before. It's been a while. But our total food rate is at 53,000 per minute. Oh, and there's golden apples. Really hope we get some haulers bringing those over to the pot. Those would be huge boosts. Oh, and there he goes. There he goes. Time for some golden pomme d'amours. Oh, and there they go. 2550 because they threw that in on the multiplier. That is getting us really close to the DNA point and the brain point too. Oh, please let there be more of those. There's apples right here, but if I click one, does that throw to the queen? It does. So we need the haulers to bring the golden apples over there, which thankfully they do, and then just immediately get thrown directly to the queen. That's awesome. 90,000, we got another DNA point. That's 4 DNA points. But can we get one more brain? I just want one more brain. I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I want one more brain. Maybe if the arborist stomped directly to the queen, then that would be good. But also the foragers just sending things directly to her destination would be good. The Midas touch would be good. Although the throwers, I don't think throw the apples to the pot. Then again, they haven't really been to the apples for a while. Well, we are definitely having a really good food right now. So here's some more endurance. And we've actually maxed out the endurance of the throwers and a little more there. So now the foragers are finding bushes as quick as they can. given that it's apples. But they're finding so many of them too. And bigger berry bushes would be good as well. Not that the chef is ever running out of apples. Look at how many are being made. He is well over the limit here. You also can zoom way farther in than I thought you could. But man, without the golden apples being fed, this production rate really falls off a cliff. I'm pretty sure 100,000 is what we need for another brain. But without there being steady multipliers, it is really difficult to get there. Also, someone brought a meatball. Interesting. Oh, but here comes some throwers, ready for a steady production of food. With the multiplier, we really gotta boost the cold affinity, which thankfully now we can. So now the multiplier should be 1.8, which means that the Pomme d'Amour apples are worth 270, and then the golden apples should be worth 2,700. Would be nice if we had another, golden apple bush, but there's also a lot of these low fruit quantity bushes. It's so close. We can get there. Also, look at how many throwers are at the honeydew farm, and they just do not run out. Until they do. But sure enough, there is enough honeydew being made that there can just always be a thrower here. Because by the time he's done throwing that amount, then there's another amount here ready to be thrown. We're also pretty full on the orchard here, so good thing there's occasional haulers that make it there. And there's really no production here I think I can do that's gonna help, unless we get another sous chef, but that's 500,000 again. We can keep boosting the lucky combo of the foragers, which might give the chance for more golden bushes. And man, that cold production really catches up sometimes. 13,000 just from the cold bonuses. I think the only thing we have left to do to keep increasing our production is, at least the most cost-effective way, is to keep spawning more larvae and then assign them to different places. Like, maybe if we had 10 throwers total, and 10 haulers is a good start. And let's just make the rest of them haulers, because there is a lot to haul around here. All of this should overall increase the food rate, especially when there's a multiplier, looking good. But man, we really haven't seen any golden apple bushes in a while. But even without that, we are still getting a feeding rate of 80,000. Oh, and the multiplier is kicking in now. This gotta be good. This gotta be good. And it actually went down. At least it's looking sort of nice right now. I also love that the only persistent sound happening is the milkmaid jumping on the aphids. Squishing aphids, the only constant. But if there was a golden apple bush right now, I'm pretty sure we would have gotten it. There better be like 3 of them in a row with how long we've gone without golden apples. But also we can just keep upgrading so the bushes hold even more fruit. Oh, until they're maxed out. So each bush can have 20 pieces of fruit on them. Oh, and there's golden. Yes, so many golden apples. Here we go. Oh, and the multiplyer's happening. Yes, 2,700 food. And there it is, 100,000 food. And the queen is, whoa, just even chunkier. The legs, I don't think work anymore. And sure enough, I called it. Right away, there's another golden apple bush. But man, this brain point takes a while to get there. Hurry up, we need more wrinkles in this thing. But it gets there and boom, big brain. I don't even know where we would put it. Probably the stomp over here. I feel like that's gonna be the best thing for it. So we just go ahead and do that. So now when these ice berries grow and they stomp, it all goes directly to the queen. That is a good constant rate of multiplier. That's what we needed, which means that this silo here, or the storage place here, should be pretty quiet now. But that's fine because our ice berry production rate is looking really good right now, especially now that that's maxed out and there's the most amount of fruit possible. So 18 fruit are going directly over there, which means that every harvest, the multiplier should kick in. And more fruit's being delivered, so it's not even running out. Oh, that is so good. Oh, and there it ran out, but not for very long. And now our food rate is 113 per minute. That I think is gonna be the most steady rate that we can get. And just get even more cold affinity, so it's at 1.9. We're almost a double multiplier off of the cold. And I feel like our colony is starting to become as good as it can possibly get, because a lot of these are maxed out with only a few that are not. And we really dropped the ball on this meatball production here, but we can just have them last a little longer. So with that, I think it's time for us to start a new colony, which means that our queen here is going to spawn a little princess. Look at how tiny that is compared to the queen. But the queen will go off and start her own colony after we assign some DNA points, which we have 5 to spend now. now, which means that we start with 500 food and spawns additional larvae every time she levels up. Oh, so the queen can have cold and heat exist at the same time. Also, I gotta say, wow, this background is looking really trippy. Am I flying through a lava lamp right now? A meat farm? Aphids have the option to produce meatballs. Well, I do like this brain freeze, so the multiplier goes up there, and we can give the haulers more movement speed when 3 foragers have their multitasking limit. The meat farm? I don't know if that's worth it, but I do like the multiplier for each unique sweet food in the queen's diet. Milkmaid can do a backflip because sure, and the apples can have 3% more chance to be golden, but that's for apples grown in the orchard, which isn't as good. Although I do like the extra movement speed. So there they go, they're in, and it all starts again producing larvae, which we have a lot of apples initially. So we can spawn the burrow, get some foragers, spawn the dormitory, get some haulers, immediately going out there, and we can get the evolution chamber already, and the trappers, and then all of those things, and it all starts again. But I think that's everything that we've been able to hit in the demo. So if you guys want to see more of Feed the Queen, because I don't think this game has a menu, but it's called Feed the Queen. So if you guys want to see more when the game fully releases, then be sure to let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and sub to Intern.